spiritual pre-qualification.
Okay, just want to let everybody know that I am getting ready to start in just a second. Let me unlock this live and then I'll be ready. We're excited about all the things that I have coming up. I never try to disappoint. I have so much going on, so I try to make sure that I always, be on time. I think that's very important when you say you're doing something. Everybody's time is valuable. So you should be able to see the live that I got running right now. It's already open. Just see it. But just want to let everybody know, hey hair, you know I love you. I am the international pimp. You know it, man. Don't make me play no doggone to choose me never ever out of well, you know that my job right there. That's that. I choose you, baby. Y'all remember that? I love that. You baby glad I ain't playing no music here because I would have dropped that. I said to choose me never ever. Yes, yes, like on top of the cover, drive a compressor, top notch, not the most, not the lesser. Boy, about me a rip the red. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about because y'all ain't from that generation. Y'all know nothing about that. That's deep right there. But I got my girl on the other side with me. If you have Zoom, then you can already see her, and this is fabulous in the making because we grew up together out of Wilder, Georgia. We hung together out of Louisville, Georgia. It was no stomping ground that we did not tackle together. And we always seem to have been intertwined at some point in our lives. So my girl, Rika Wilcher, is on the other side over here. And I'm getting ready to turn up as usual. Hey, Tommy Howard, how are you? I'm doing good. Hey, Gail Murray. Hey, Reginald McLeod. So I'm doing my best because I don't feel my best. I really don't. And my daughter doesn't feel good. And my other daughter don't feel good. So keep me up in prayer. I also want to make sure that we keep Sheree Martin, husband, sister in prayer. That's a part of Miss Linda Martin's family. They're struggling with some things. So keep them in prayer. I just want to let you guys know that if you go to sleep on anything that I'm putting out, it's your fault. I promise you. I've been posting the new class for my brother. Don't forget that's going to be on every third Saturday of the month. It's only $20 to help you better yourself. If you want to be in it, it's for women and men at the one that we do starting in February. The one in January, which is the 23rd, is just for women. And that one is free. That one night is free. We'll start from the next class with the actual $20. You do still have all of my business, other stuff coming up. I Like It Nasty is $10 a month. The exercise program with Bree, Tell the Truth Matching. Bree is $10 a month also, and then Tell the Truth Matching. So we're trying with the best to give you everything that we have that's good. And we want to make sure that you be a part of that. So again, when you see those broadcastings, those are mine that I'm putting out for those businesses. And you can click on those or either go directly to my messenger and I will respond. Also, if you see anything from Star Blazing, that goes with I Like It Nasty Nasty. So that's on them. Yeah, mom, I know you sick too, baby. Everybody not feeling their best around here. So we're trying to pull through. What's going on, Pam? You know I see you. You know I love you. And Miss Carter. I want to make sure I said that correctly. And how you doing, Denise Brown? Hey, girl, you know I love you. He was Lee Walden, Waldy. I don't know. If I mess up your name, I apologize. You see this spotlight? I want to be famous. So I got this spotlight like I'm one of the stars, but it's coming. So without further ado, I'm not going to prolong the time like we did. Let me just make sure I say again, Manu, you showed out last night. I give you that. My phone been ringing nonstop by how crazy you are. But get what? That's what we do, because that's what we do, Manu. We give it what we can. Your mama is sick too, baby. I know you sick, mom. I hate that. I hope you feel better with us because all of us sick. Love you too, Pam. And Rika not feeling her best either, but I want to say she's a trooper. She still stayed diligent to the cause and came on. So we some warriors. So Rika, without further ado, I'm not going to keep prolonging the time talking. You know me, I'm good for talking. But I just want to get to the gist. I want to know something about yourself. You tell me who you are for the people that don't know you, and then bring me to speed of who you are now and what you got going on, and we'll just jump in from there.
Hey, okay. Hey, everybody. For the people who know me and don't know me, my maiden name is Tarika Easterling. I'm married, last name Wilcher. And like Ivy said, we've been rocking it for since we was little. Grew up together in Jefferson County, played together, lived together, all of that. So, yeah, we kind of like sisters, like family.
Right.
Again, I'm from Watley. I have 4 kids. I have 3 sons, 3 handsome kings at that.
Okay.
And I have 1 queen, 1 daughter. I have 3 grandkids. Most people know me from doing hair because I am a licensed cosmetologist as well as an instructor now. I have been that for over 16, 17 years now. Right now I'm actually working at John Deere. Still do hair here and there when I want to, but basically got tired of that. So I'm just trying to step out doing other stuff and got some other things fit to pop off this New Year season. So y'all stay tuned to that. But basically, that's me. I'm single. I'm living life. I'm enjoying life. Doing what I want to do now. I'm divorced, so yeah, I'm having fun. So I'm just like living my best life. I can't complain. And like Ivy said, I am a little under the weather, so please forgive me. I'm gonna try to give y'all my best, but not feeling my best. But I'm ready for all the questions, any comments, anything. I'm ready for it, and I'm just here to help support Ivy because I love her. And yeah, let's just get into it.
And Rocky, you know, I ain't gonna take long to get into it. You know me. But I do want to make sure that I say this first. I'm not going to ignore that we don't see what's going on at this White House. I know we see it.
Okay.
We see it.
Okay.
We're not going to act like we don't see that. But what I do not have time to do is pay attention to stuff that I know would not be that way if it was a different situation.
Right.
So I'm not going to get my energy in that. I'm not going to give it any talk and do what they expect us to do with it, because at the end of the day, we all know where we live. Everybody know what times we're in. Everybody knows that things have never really changed to that degree. And so what you see is what you see. But that just tells you more that we should be diligent out here in these streets. We should be diligently trying to raise our children the right way. We should be diligently trying to educate our children, because they're going to be left here with this mess because we're getting older. And so we don't teach them about politics, and we don't teach them about how to work with government, what they need to know. Then you're leaving them back here crippled to be subject to what you see right now. So I'm just saying, get your kids, get them in tune with what you're looking at, and help them to understand why it's important that they pay more attention to their surroundings in terms of politicians, government, and what we're facing. So that's all I'm gonna give that right there, because that's what that is.
Absolutely, because you don't want to give that no attention. You don't want to give it no attention.
I don't.
I mean, because like you said, we know, and we just know that we have to all be careful. But as far as all that back and forth, don't give it that attention.
Yeah, don't give it that. So thank you, Tommy. I'm gonna do my best to try to feel better. So I just want to get straight into it. I've been circling around, getting different people, trying to show that everybody's unique, everybody is different, everybody think different, we act different, and that's why we get different results when we get in relationships or when we get around one another. We don't have the same mindset. And I want to show you that people think different, so that way, maybe if there's something you're going through, you can adjust it and see if it will work for you if you think different. So that's what these shows are really about, and to give people a voice to things that they want to get out and not carry around no more, like bad baggage. What's going on, Bruce West? You know, I see you. So I just want to know, what matters the most to you when it comes for you looking for a good relationship? I heard that you said you're divorced and you were in that marriage 18 years. What was that like, just a little bit without calling names, but what was that like? And then now, what are you really looking for in a good relationship? Do you know what you're looking for?
Okay. Well, you know, I'm gonna first start off by saying marriage is what you make out of it. Right. I'm not gonna sit here and bash being married or none of that, because I was happy when I was married. I was with him for 20 years. We was married 18, dated for 2. So I had to love him. I had to be something for 20 years, put it like that. So it wasn't all bad, but you know, everybody, we people grow apart and stuff. What I did like about being married was the stability of knowing that I had a stable man that, and I guess that's what I take for granted now, because at that time I was like, oh, I guess, I mean, we all kind of look at men different. Like, we have different types of men, and me, myself, I guess I was always that type that wanted that bad boy, that, you know, that bad guy, that bad boy. I wanted that thug, or whatever you want to call him, like that. So when you ran across somebody that wasn't as thuggish or that was laid back and all that stuff, you didn't really know what to do with them.
Right.
Well, And that's kind of where I came from, because my husband was military, straight up, woo woo. You know, he was doing that. You know what I'm saying? And took care of home. He did it. You know, did what he needed to do.
Exactly.
But you know, like I said, it's still it has its ups and downs. But I do miss that stability, because I knew everything was paid. I ain't have to worry about bills being paid. You know, my husband being in the house at a certain time of night. I knew where he was at nighttime. You understand? That's that stability I'm saying. And I think these days, what I have found with dating lately, that you don't find that a lot. That the guys have really, and I'm not, and please don't get me wrong, for everybody that's watching,
Right.
I'm not bashing men, I'm not bashing all men. I'm saying the ones that I've came in contact with and what I've dealt with, I've learned that, well, experience that they not all about that old, I say that old man syndrome, that taking care of the household, making sure that the household is up to par. And what I mean by that is the difference between some of the relationships I've been in now and the relationship from when I was married. On
Right.
Saturday mornings, oh, my husband was up cutting the grass, making sure the yard was clean. He made sure he handled the outside, I handled the inside. You know, he was the type that made sure all the cars had gas in it. All you had to do was get in it and go, you know. But I've experienced now relationships where, oh, I got to pay somebody to come cut my grass.
Amen.
You know, but you know, you land up in the house with me, but I gotta pay somebody to come cut my grass, you know, or I gotta go put my own gas in the car. Don't get me wrong, ain't nothing wrong with me putting gas in my car, because you know I do that, but I'm just saying it's certain stuff that them old men were taught that I don't think this generation is doing now. And so it kind of spoiled me to that as far as what I'm looking for in a man. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that men don't have those qualities. I just haven't found that in the men that I've dealt with, that has made me say, okay, well, you know what, I'm ready to settle down and get married again. Because I had said I wasn't gonna get married again, but I missed that stability of coming home to one person every night, if that makes sense.
It does. It does. You might have to put your phone on silent, because if it go out, it makes an echo sound when it's going on in your background. What's going on, Kevin Thomas? That's my cousin right there. What's going on, Miss Hobbs? What's up, Miss Linda Martin? Hey, Todd. Shatara, that what you do? Sneak in? What bad? Tell me I say what's up. What's going on, Tavonda Carr? So basically, I understand that very well. However, you know, like, I will say that I agree that I do see that there's a shift in the way that men are raised today. I will say that some of them do not come with that old John Henry spirit, you know, who know just to get up. John Henry know to get up and go take the trash out. He know to cut the grass. He just knew to do those things because that's how he was raised. These new guys are more drink, want to smoke, want to lay up, just want to chill. You looking at grass, you really not about tried them, you know. Now, yeah, they might pump some gas in the car and all that other, but it's just a difference. And I'm not saying nothing negative, but when I say that, I say, yes, because we attract that bad boy syndrome, that's normally what you get out of that bad boy syndrome. That's how they are. So they're rough around the edges, and then they're just laxed in some things because that's their lane. But then when you get that cute guy who works and goes and does the 9 to 5, and he's kind of nerdy looking, well, the top collar, you know, that don't be exciting. And we don't tend to want to gravitate to that first because it's not exciting. It seems a little bit boring. So we want that thug that, you know, kind of give you that edgy feeling of surprise. So that kind of works more with that. So I get that. And I understand that, being married and not being able to have that stability of somebody being in the house every day and just knowing that you got that extra help. So that's a different thing. But I see a picture behind you. And if you guys can't see it yet, you will once it's airing if you're looking at my other page. But that picture shows that man that's holding that woman, always lock and key. I have one in my bedroom. They mean so much. I actually put a key up on my wall. And a lot of the men that I date, I say, you know, why that key still up there? And they ask me why, Ivy. Because you ain't got the key to my heart. That's why I still up there.
Absolutely.
That's why I still up there. When you come back, they're going to be up there. And you ain't got it. I tried to take it down one time, twice, I think. I was going to give it to 2 people. They messed that up real quick. So the key's still back up there. So regardless.
Just two people, that's all.
Yeah, just two. I had thought about carrying that key down to him, boy. One, because it was sexual. The other one, because I just care about him. Messed that up.
Okay. Well, I didn't look at it like that. I didn't look at it like that.
I didn't put that key back up there because I knew then he wasn't going to be able to do what I was talking about. But he was doing what I was talking about, but the key couldn't go nowhere. So it's back on my wall. But that picture just speaks for itself because that's what I live by. Those pictures give me so much energy because it's the life that you want, but you can never really, really seem to get. And that bothers me. So one of the things we talked about was we wanted to know, why do women put up with so much from men and why do men put up with so much from women? And if you're a man and you're on my live, you're always more than welcome to chime in. This is never just about men and this is never just about women. We're talking in general. You're welcome to chime in if you like and we will discuss it. But we want to know what makes you stay so long with the drama, with the lies, with the games, with the playing. What is it that's got you feeling that, like, I'm a firm believer after the first time, I don't foresee that person changing. That's my opinion. After the first time that they mess up, it's just a matter of time to me before they do it again. The right situation, a matter of time. So for me, I don't understand the longness of going back and forth with the same stuff that I see women put up with and men.
Well, I think in that that can go kind of either way because I feel you on that, but at the same time, I think a lot of people stay because of what you said, because of the lies and because what they're being fed. And one thing about it, the mind is a tricky thing, and for somebody to feed you, especially like vulnerable women or even vulnerable men, for somebody to feed that to you.
Women, clear that up before you go there.
Well,
you call
okay, when I say vulnerable, I mean somebody that's done being hurt, somebody that is looking for love, somebody that's have been through a lot of stuff or done dealt with a lot of different things. That's what I consider vulnerable. So if a guy keeps telling you the same stuff like oh, I want you, or please, you know they're begging. Well, I ain't gonna say begging, but the telling you, like I say, the lies. They telling you what you want to hear because at that time you want to hear this, you want to hear it. And some women self-esteem is low, because they have been through a lot of stuff. So therefore, when you have this guy that's telling you all this stuff, you thinking it's the right thing because in your mind hasn't triggered and your heart hasn't let go that he's just feeding you game to keep you around. And it's the same thing with a female. You can do the same thing with a guy, so it can go vice versa. So I think in certain situations, people stay, and I'm one of the ones, I can't even lie, I've been in that situation before too. You stay because, and then it's different situations because some people have been together for a long time and they feel like they grew up with each other. They feel like they don't have nobody else. They feel like they don't have no family but this person. So it's different reasons and different situations why people stay. Are they the right reasons to stay? No, they're not. But I feel like that's why people stay with the individuals and why they let the drama go on so long, because it's like some people just feel like they can't do no better. And until, like they say, until you know better, you'll do better. And if they keep themselves in that same situation and they never open themselves up to new situations, new horizons, if they don't find themselves, if they don't take time for themselves, they're going to continue to be in that and they're going to stay in that drama-fied relationship. And so that's kind of like where I'm at now. I'm at a point, yes, I'm single and I'm okay with being single. I'm okay with coming home to my nice house and stuff. I'm good. I'm finding myself right now. I'm working on myself. So I think that's what a lot of people have to do is.
Do you put up with any drama though? When you say I'm good, I'm single, I'm doing all this. Do you put up with any drama?
Well, you know what? I'll be lying if I say I don't put up with drama. I don't want to put up with drama, and I try to distance myself from drama. But yeah, I deal with some drama, And
why are you doing it? Why are you doing it?
Well, you're right. There's no excuse for why I do it. I guess it's like, how they say you pick and choose your battles. I pick and choose if I'm gonna deal with that drama on that particular day. and or that, and then it's hard because that's just like breaking away from a relationship, especially if you have kids and you try to break away from a relationship that you got kids by a certain by different individuals. And if that person is not ready to let go and you're ready to let go, that's a dramafied situation. You understand? And you can't say, oh, well, I'm just not going to deal with this person. You got to deal with this person because you got a child. You got to deal with them on that child level. And you can say all day long, well, it's going to be just about the child. Well, you can start out with the conversation about the child, but before it's all over with, it can go a whole nother, direction. So that's why I say I do deal with drama. I'll be lying if I say I have no drama in my life. But do I pick and choose what drama is in my life? Of course I do. So that's why I say it's all about the situations are different with different people, and you can't speak on different people's situations, and I can't speak on nobody's situation. I can only speak on mine. So the way I see it though, if you don't have to deal with drama, don't deal with drama. Right. Get yourself out of it, remove yourself from it.
And that's what my brother is bringing, another diverse way. Dr. Benjamin Akins, when he does these life coaching classes, he's going to give you ways to try to see, can you minimize what you're dealing with or how you're dealing with it. And then that gives you a different approach from a professional standpoint, since he is qualified to do so, and also help you figure out where it is you could be slack at. For me, I've never been the type of person that will tolerate drama. I'm not. And I hear women say, well, we got these kids. Not in my life. We're not gonna do that. I don't do that. I think for me, I try to get women to understand, I don't have to deal with you because I have a child. I don't have to deal with you because I have a child. No. So at the end of the day, I'm not gonna allow myself to be captivated with a situation that's unhealthy for me and my child. Because most
absolutely
of the time,
correct.
When it's unhealthy for me, it's unhealthy for my child.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I look at it, what's the best for me? Since I'm the only parent looking like I got any sense right now, because that person keeping up a lot of drama, one of us got to go. And since I'm being a parent, you got to go. And that's
absolutely
it. And we don't talk on nothing. Now, people ask me, how do you do that? Well, I'm built that way. I have never called neither one of my children's father. Never. And never will. And never will.
Well, like you said, that can go either way. I understand your point, and like you said, that can go like either way, and people shouldn't have to deal with drama like that. You're absolutely correct.
Be subject to it. I say that to minimize, like you said, minimize how much of it you deal with. Don't let the kids be the reason that you deal with so much of it.
Right.
If it's unhealthy for you, it's unhealthy for the kids. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
So by how she said it, she picks and chooses her battles. But if you see that the battles are really bad, then you got to figure out a way to minimize what you're letting be exposed in your home. Because when you're sad, it rubs off on your children. When you're angry,
absolutely,
it changes the tone in your house. And that's something that you got somebody taking you on an up and down roller coaster. It's not the best environment for someone.
Absolutely.
So tell me,
especially kids, because kids pick up on everything.
They do. Because I tell my kids, Mama, what's wrong? Mama, what's the matter? They know. So it's not like they don't get it, that you're in a bad place. And I'm just saying, for me, I try to teach women that you got to ask yourself, what's the pros and cons of this situation, and what is going to be the outcome if I stay in it? Is it going to end up where somebody get hurt? Is it going to end up where I don't end up being able to be here with my children or whatever? Because this situation is toxic. And that's the approach that we need to figure out. Why is it toxic? If it's toxic because we still messing around sexually, then we need to figure that out. If it's toxic because we're both playing games with each other, then to me, a lot of that has to be sorted out. So that it can be a healthy environment for everybody involved. And that's the reason why I say that, because I hear a lot of women tell me, oh, I'm staying for my kids, but it's horrible.
Yeah.
I'm staying for your kids, and it's horrible.
Absolutely.
I understand that. I be wanting them to explain that to me when they say that. How are you staying for your kids, but it's horrible? No. So I do get it though. And I think that that's something that we got to start Really, really evaluating. And a lot of that would make sense before you even have kids with these godforsaken people, because they be done already showed you where they not gonna be no good father or mother or whatever they don't want to title themselves as. So we gotta pay more attention to who we have children with, period. So that was something that I had. Did you have anything that you wanted to ask before I go into my other questions? Because I want to be fair to you two also and let you put out some of the things that you might have or something that you might have wanted to know. Anybody on the other side? How you doing, Michelle Ponder Nelson and Lavora Thomas? I see y'all. Hey, Cheryl King. Did you have anything you wanted to put out thus
Yeah,
far?
I just had the one bit. We talked, me and you talked briefly one day about guys and I just want to know why they feel like women are materialistic when all women are not materialistic. Um, why they feel like and even one conversation we had, just like feeling like a woman is unapproachable because they feel like they can't afford her or she wants so much from them. That's what I don't understand. Maybe you can help me understand that. And let me tell you why I said it, because somebody gave me a gift a couple of weeks ago,
Mhm,
and it was some expensive jewelry.
mhm.
But they saw that I was wearing some costume jewelry, because I love my costume jewelry. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my little jewelry. Look, oh honey, don't get me wrong, I love my little cheap stuff now. So and I get my cheap stuff in a minute. So they literally asked me. They said, so if I would have got you that cheap stuff, you would have been mad at me. If I would have went to the dollar store or City Trend or whatever and got you that, you would have been mad at me if I would have did it. And I honestly say, no, I wouldn't, because if you know that's what I like, I wouldn't have been upset. But I guess in certain situations, like maybe as women, we will feel a certain type of way if we get like a cheap gift on like birthdays, holidays, something like that. But just like a anytime gift that you feel like you want to pick me up something, and give me some earrings or something, that's fine. But I still want to know, why do men feel like we're materialistic and you feel like you can't approach a woman because you feel like she high maintenance? Because I've gotten that from a lot of guys where they feel like, well, I didn't want to say nothing to you because I thought you was high maintenance or this. Why do men feel like that? Have you encountered that?
Okay, I'm gonna get that. Let me get these people, and then I'm gonna get that. Hey, Pastor Vincent Miller. Hey, Miss Hanley. You know I love you. And then my mom said, Mary Purdy said, many times some women will try to use their children to handcuff a man, which is wrong in my opinion and does not work. And I agree. What's going on, Jackie Nero? You can't
Right.
handcuff no man with no kids. He don't want. I mean, I see that all the time, and I just, I've never had that baby mama drama stuff because your little kid is not going to tear my life up for 18 years. You're gonna find a balance if you and I
Right.
got to deal with some kids. That's the bottom line.
Right.
But I'm never gonna agree to deal with your little kids if I see you ain't got no control in the situation. So if it's a man and I see that he getting yanked by this woman because she done had these 2 kids or whatever, we're done. You ain't no man. I don't deal with that. You got somebody pulling you around like a dog by some kids, and you ain't willing enough to put that woman in her place, we're done.
And I don't feel like women should do that anyway.
She got me.
You have a lot of women that hold the kids like that over the guy, and that's wrong.
But the men and the women have to realize that there's a standard that you have to set, and you can't allow that. And I'm not gonna be sitting up nowhere because she talking about you can't come to the party because you ain't bringing her to the party. Well, ain't no party. Whatever then. Soon, y'all just don't have one. What y'all gonna do? Because he ain't coming if I ain't coming. So what now? Going to the party. Just drop this gift off and let go. That's what we're gonna do. And we ain't stand up here all night with that because that blackmail. You trying to use something to benefit what you want, and you're doing it because either he allow it or she allow. And I don't do that. I don't do that. So I wouldn't know, but I think that that's unhealthy because if y'all are done, what difference does it make if I show up with this little curly shirt or wig on? It ain't got no problem. Nobody want to pull my wig off just because I come up there with him. What's the problem? Y'all ain't supposed to be together no more. Let me just sit like Chuck E. Cheese. But you want to start like we want to fight at Chuck E. Cheese. Whatever. So whatever. I don't know. It wouldn't work for me though. I watch behavior. And if men aren't willing to address it, it's a reason. If he won't check her about her behavior,
it's a reason.
I promise you it's the reason. If
Yep.
she keep doing it and get worse and worse, I promise you, you're gonna find out why. You're gonna find out why. So that's that. But to answer the other question, I don't know why people feel that people are high maintenance. What I will say is, I think it trickles down from up top. So when you see superstars' lives and you see women who have that mentality that it's all about this money, it's all about that money, it's all about that money. And then we at this level, which is moderate, try to start adopting that lifestyle where I got to have a Coach bag, I got to have a Gucci bag, a Louis Vuitton, I got to have this, I got to have a Michael Kors. We start trying to imitate what they can rightfully get. So they have the money to waste like that. But then it trickles down to us to start trying to seem like we need that stuff, whether it be from makeup, whether it be, I got to wear MAC. MAC is the only makeup I can wear. I hear a lot of foolish stuff. When MAC makeup, sometimes just one of the glosses is $50 and $60, or just a pair, a little bit of CoverGirl is $100. So it's different things. Every time you get with somebody and they start trickling down materialistic stuff, if I ain't driving no BMW, if I ain't driving no Mercedes, that mindset builds the statue for people to feel like you about money, that you always want to say something. I got a 5-bedroom house. And it starts when you start getting on this internet showing all this foolishness, because you think that that's what makes us see you as having value. I've seen plenty low horse women ride around in Mercedes. That car didn't give you no value. I've seen plenty trash can men cutting grass at a 5-bedroom home. That car, that trash, whatever he cutting grass, didn't give him no value. So to me, I never look at what you want me to see in terms of what you think is valuable to me. If you can't see that a piece of costume jewelry wears just as good as a real diamond, then the problem is with the person that finds value, with the value. Exactly. But as women now, we have started saying, a lot of us and not all, if this man can't buy me this, if he can't take care of me and to me. So now men feel if I just buy your cheap behind, I can get you and treat you however I want to, because all you want is to make sure I'm taking care of you. So then when they get you in these situations, the lack of respect continues to come. The lack of them appreciating who you are continues to come, because they know you're dependent on them for the lifestyle that you've allowed yourself to fall victim to. But when I can eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with my man and be just as happy, I do not have to have a steak dinner over at no expensive restaurant for us to be in love. So that's just it. It's just whoever it is you're dealing with, they set that mindset for that foolishness. And that's the same thing as if I look outside and you got a BMW parked out there in front of a doggone some shack that you know you need to go put that doggone house up for sale and get you another house while you bought that car. You need to do both. You need to do both. And then I don't like when women piggyback off their husbands. You piggyback off your husband. Your husband was in the military for 20 years. You was not. You done found some old man to marry you and you just happy with that. That's cool. But I get tired of seeing what you want to put out when you didn't possess none of that stuff on your own. Show me what you're worth on your own. Don't come telling me nothing about no man who done been to Afghanistan 5 times, almost died for this country. And that's the reason why you in this house over there and you want to keep talking to me about this Gucci bag and this purse. To me, you're not the woman that I think that you need to be, because you're finding refuge in just how he's making you live. Yeah. And that's a problem for me. Why can't you have your own value? Where your value? What you do? But they love to try to do that to single women. What do my husband did, my husband that. If you knew where your husband was half the time. They're running around decorating that little 5-bedroom house. You quit saying that. So to me, it's just the value that you put out is going to be the value that you reciprocate in terms of how people see you and view you. I got women who go take their whole check, $300 Malaysian weave. That is the dumbest. And then, you know, it's just dumb. But your child
Yeah.
sitting there with them same dreads that nobody done retwist in the last 5 months. It just be stupid stuff. So I don't know. It's all about what you put out. And I
Right.
talk to
And
people
like I
that
said,
I date, so they know I'm not like that.
yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong now, because ain't nothing wrong with, you having a man that buy you nice stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I was just stating that, some men feel like that's what women are all about, and we're not all about that. Yeah, we like nice stuff too, but at the same time, you got to get to know that person,
Right.
and you will see that that person is not all about that
Money.
expensive. Like I said, now don't get me wrong, you can come with all that stuff if you want to, but
Right.
that's just not what's required
Right.
to,
To
to get me or to be
know,
my husband or whatever.
right. And I think
So yeah,
Pastor Miller, Mr. Vincent Miller, says true. I try not to put so much of that out there because I know you coming on just as yourself, and I appreciate that. And can't wait till your show. I'm waiting on you. But I'm just saying, for me, I just think that it's all about what you set out when you talk to people and when you try to put out the best you. I just try to be who I am, and that way that person will know, no, it's not about money. It's never about that.
right,
It's about, you could have no money and I could really enjoy your company. And then you could have a lot of money and you just get on my doggone nerve.
right.
So
Oh yes,
just,
yes.
especially those ones that's arrogant with it. So it just depends, it just depends on who the woman is and who the man is. So it's kind of like whatever it is you want out of life, I think you got to be able to verbally say that, and then people will understand. So
Right.
then we had talked about, like for me, coming from, I'm not from Jefferson County, but being in Jefferson County a long time, you always have that one mindset that people will never get past. So when you're dealing with things in your life and you're no longer in the area, and that's no shade, JC, but y'all hold on to too much old stuff. It just be time to let it go, and y'all won't let it go. But is there something that was put out that's a big misconception? Maybe a bit, that is not really about you. Maybe someone perceive you as being a certain way and you're not that way. And maybe you don't have that many friends and females, because I don't either. But what is it that trademarks you for who you are? And maybe people don't understand that about Rico. Now, a long time when I was in elementary school and we were just getting to know each other, I thought you were mean.
That's what I was going to say.
You always had this look on your face like, I'm not with this today. It was never really like, once we got older, because we grew up all around, but I got to know you. But in the beginning, all the time, you looked mad for some reason, like just not approachable. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That, or what is it?
Okay. Okay. I get you. I
Okay,
get
you
you.
get it. I was going too much. I was carrying it too far. I was trying to
I
bring
get
you
you.
there. Okay.
But look, cause see, and that's what I get now. I'm very, as some people say, I'm unapproachable because I look mean. But once you get to know me, everybody know I'm sweet as pie. I'm like the sweetest person you ever could meet. But yeah, everybody they got that perception of me that I'm really mean because and they say I'm frowning, but I guess I don't know that I'm frowning up or whatever, but I guess I do. And to my advantage, I use it sometimes to my advantage, because if I really don't want you fooling with me, I'm glad I'm looking crazy and
Okay.
looking all retarded and crazy, because that means don't say nothing
Yeah,
to me.
that's your defense. That's your defense
That's right.
mechanism. Okay.
That's my defense mechanism. Absolutely. But once you get to know me, and I've got that a lot from not just guys, but females too. They was just like you said, oh, I ain't want to say nothing to you because I thought you was mean. But once they get to know me, they be like, okay, you real cool. And then anybody that really, really know me, they know I'm about crazy, but I'm sweet though. But I got that little crazy side, but I'm sweet though. I'm real sweet.
Do you live in this area now, or have you moved off?
No, I'm in Augusta. I've been in Augusta since my divorce. So I've been in Augusta, yeah, like 10 years. I've been in Augusta.
Okay.
Yep.
So with that being
Yep.
said, I was just trying to get a feel for different people. I got a lot of people coming on that's going to be sharing a lot of their stories, and I'm steady booking people every day as we continue to go on. My goal is to make you realize that people are different. And as we continue to get older, a lot of things that you used to think or you thought you knew, you never really know a person. You should really try to give them the chance to be at a good crossroad,
Right.
figure out who they are and not just assume who they are. That's why I call it, if you don't know me, you know me now. So that gives you that insight that you don't really know me, but you think that. So
Right.
that's a good way, that defense mechanism. People don't understand it, and it allows you to be standoffish without doing a lot. Do you get into all these cliques with these girl trips? Because I see you guys on this doggone internet, a bunch of females cooped up together. Half of y'all didn't even like each other in high school. Half of y'all been talking about each other while y'all were grown. And I see all y'all together, and I be thinking, y'all the same people that been talking about one another like a dog. So these girl trips, do you do those? Because I've never been a bunch of cliquified girls. I can count my girls that I ride with or say something to. But I see these girls, and I'm like, you guys were sleeping with the same men. You guys were mad, wanting to fight and kill each other every day that I've known you. But y'all got to click, and y'all, I be confused.
You just put it on
I don't know what it is. Like, so is that something that you gotta click? Because I need to understand this girl stuff going on.
No. Anybody that know me know I roll by myself, and I do have a best friend that I've been friends with since we was in 5th, 6th grade or whatever. And I do I'm still friends with a couple of my friends that we went through kindergarten, graduated, although those are still my friends. But no, I don't do the click thing. There's one thing I don't do, because I got trust issues. I don't trust like that. And one thing about me, I'm just not a people person like that. I'm not a people. I prefer to, even like I said, I have more guy friends than I have female friends. And that don't mean I'm sleeping with the guys. I just have more guy friends, because guys don't keep up as much drama and stress as females do.
Right.
And so, yeah, I mean, so no, I never been the type that had like a click like that. And I don't foresee that happening, because that's not me. I'm not a people person. I don't even like people like that.
Every time I turn on doggone internet, y'all all cooped up together in some doggone highs. Y'all all smother around one another in some doggone little thing, waking up glasses and stuff. When all y'all been sleeping with the same people, have y'all, I just be so confused. But let me say something, then I'm wrong. So I say, you know what? I'm asking, because I don't understand. If I understand something, I won't say nothing. But when I don't,
well, you know what? It all boils back down to, as they say, you will find out.
You will.
You'll find out.
You
so
will.
If y'all true,
I'll be like,
if they true friends, then they ain't got nothing to worry about. But everything come to the light. So that's the way you have to look at it.
So now, like I say, once you get to a certain place in your life, because for me, I have a standard of what I will tolerate now versus what I would tolerate back in the day. And I'm just a firm believer now that once you show me once, no matter what it is that we got going on, you show it to me once, then from that day, you set the stage for how I'm going to deal with you. Because it's got to be some fakeness to how you are built, or you wouldn't have never came with that mindset. So for you, when you get ready to venture out into relationships now, without the one that you're talking about that you got this drama with, when do you plan on having that Rika that just says, I'm not dealing with this. I want what I want. I want this from you. And if you're not giving it to me, then we're done. Because that's where I'm at now. I want this certain type of man. But if I'm not going to get it, we're done. I'm not taking all these crazy, because I'll be 45. So I'm trying to figure out, where do we cut the line? Where do we say, what's the balance?
Okay, well, let me reiterate on that.
Get to me.
It's some when I say, like, well, it started now. Like, now I'm not putting up with nothing. I'm not doing nothing. So when I say the drama in my life, that's why I said I pick and choose what I'm gonna deal with. Because if I'm not dealing with that, I'm not dealing with it. And that's what I'm saying. I'm at the point now, I'm not dealing with it. So that's why I say it's that minimum amount of drama that you got to deal with some, because you're gonna have a little bit. Because I'm not at that mentality like you, as far as, I'm gonna cut you out, because you know that's not me. Because everybody tell me my heart too. I'm too soft-hearted, and I try to find the goodness in everybody. So I got that little drama. But as far as what I'm putting up with, what I'm dealing with. Oh no, that's out the door. That starts now. I'm not taking nothing no less than what I want as of now. So that's probably why I'm single and probably gonna be single, because when you come now, you coming with it. I
Right.
mean, you ain't coming with no lies, you ain't coming with no games. I ain't got time to be nobody girlfriend for the next 3, 4, 5 years. No, I ain't got time to be doing nobody boo thing, nobody nothing. So when you come now, you coming correct. And if I see that you coming with a whole bunch of BS,
Right.
you gonna be out the door right then and there.
Right. Because
I'm not even entertaining that foolishness.
I feel like men get a bad name when they have a right to not want to be in a relationship. They just don't have a right to lie to you about it. That's
right.
different. I think people want to always badger them, and I love all of my men. I got no problem with them. But I'm just saying it's because of the lack of communication, which could be said. I do not want a relationship with you. I just want to enjoy your company if that's okay
Right.
with you. And I think that if we can keep being vocal, if I can keep getting people talking, people will be more likely to tell you straight up what they want.
Right.
Instead of us dealing with months of deceiving, and lying, and then we're still getting back to that. I didn't want that. So my goal is to help people open their mouth and just say, this is what I want at this particular point. I'm not being no man that ain't trying to look for no good woman. That's just not where I'm at today. When that man made that statement to you as a woman, this is what we have to stop doing. Stop thinking you can change him. You cannot change him with your nanny cat. You cannot. You cannot change him because your head bobbled down like a bobble weaver. You will not. Respect what people tell you they are. Quit taking them on. Then you take on all the foolishness that come with them when you heard them say they did not want to be in nothing serious right now.
Right. But see, you got to get that from them first. That's what
I'm asking for.
Exactly, because that's what I think now, like you were saying, as far as me personally now, up front, go ahead and let me know what you all about. If you just want sex, if you just want, okay, if you're looking for a relationship, you just want sex, you just want to chill, you just want to hang out, whatever it is you feel like you want, go ahead and put it on the table right now, because I don't want to wait, like you said, 2, 3 months down the line, and we don't want the same thing. So, and I'm not fit to deal with your foolishness. But what I'm not gonna do is bring my past into my new relationship. But what I am gonna do is let you know, okay, this is what I'm not standing for. This is what, we can go this X, Y, Z. But if this is not what you want, like you said, go ahead and let's put it out there. You just want to be friends, you want to talk on the phone, you want to hold hands, put it out there. Whatever you want to do, let's do that. But don't give me that misconception. Right. Don't give me that misconception of what you want, and then you don't want it. So be upfront and honest in the beginning, and then we'll move from there and move forward.
And I think that that's what I'm trying to give men. I'm trying to give men the voice and the freedom to be able to say, look, baby, I just want this. I'm trying to give women the voice to be able to say, well, look, baby, that's not where I'm at, and I'm gonna have to push on and do this. Because I think that we're turning people into bad people because we get in these situations where now you've hurt me and I'm not good for the next person now. And I'm messed up when you could have gave me this just like it was. And I think that a lot of time, even with women, I think women tell a lot of lies. You sit on your country butt and say you don't want no man and say you ain't looking for no husband when your country butt is, and you just can't get one. Let's own it. You just ain't been getting one, and you really, really want one deep down inside, and you won't own that. You can't take the mentality that I might have and say, I don't want no husband, and me. When you don't want one, it shows. You ain't nobody gonna be confused. So my thing, you get the men, then you start all that doing that extra stuff, trying to bogart their time, calling them, running behind. You said you didn't want no relationship, nut. You told me that you was just trying to do one or two things. So why are you changing up once we done got to SmackDown real good 4 or 5 times? Now you talking about something different. That's the problem. Why won't you own what it is that you really want so that people can stop dealing with you under false pretenses? And then you want to run around for the next 2 months looking stupid because that's never what the person wanted. And I'm just trying to get that out. For me, it's never a question of what I want when I talk to people. And I'm trying to get people to voice that. It would be so much better if you do that. Then like if you go on a job interview and you go in there to my, well, I can't work weekends. What they say? Well, you're not the person for us.
Right. You're not a person for me.
Weekends.
Exactly.
Right. So you need to, yeah, this wouldn't be the job for you. Same way with people. Well, I'm looking for a husband. Well, I'm home right now. I'm good. I will be a man for you. I'm gonna say that because good, that's good. You let me know. But it's this lack of communication.
Yep, that's what it is.
And it's messing up good people because you guys are ruining them with these stupid lies and games when you could just say, I don't want to do this. And most of the time, if you're a real woman or a real, you still gonna probably end up getting what you wanted because the person is gonna receive it right and probably still deal with you, as Miss Nook said last night. But now we can't get to that because of everybody lying. Just own what you want. So let me see. I don't see nobody saying that yet, so we good, evidently. But, and then my next issue is, and this is for women, even in the audience. Why y'all don't believe when somebody try to tell you your husband or your boyfriend ain't doing right? Why do y'all always think that the person wants your raggedy life? Cause I see y'all do it. Get on Facebook. You just want my husband. You just mad cause my husband paying all my bills. He doing it. Woo. You just mad cause this. Sometimes ain't nobody mad. Ain't nobody mad. We're trying. You don't realize this lifestyle that you speak of works two ways. If he pay bills at your house, he pay bills somewhere else. And it bothers me when women do it. So I talked about men last night. So tonight I'm talking about women. But I hear y'all do it. And it bothers me that you just that ignorant. Why would there, even if it was about a woman, why would your woman or your man name constantly be in somebody else's mouth? And ain't nothing happening. That would get me. It's every day somebody telling you something. This is. So you honestly think they done picked your side behind person out of this bunch and nobody don't know nothing? That's how they said on New York City. You remember G Money? You done brought these people and don't nobody know nothing, G Money? Oh no. G Money, somebody knows something. Yeah, somebody knows something. You guys don't want to listen, but you want to advocate for your mate, whatever that is. I don't understand it. Why don't you believe it? What do you want people to do when you take that position? And I just want somebody to tell me. If somebody told me that my man messing with somebody, at that moment right there, I'm going to be looking like a deer with the bright light on my head.
And you're right. But see, that goes back to, like I said, you don't want, a lot of people don't want people telling you, and half the time they already know, but they don't want nobody telling them what's going on, but they already know. So,
but what's the defense? I got the money. What is that? He paying all my bills. Baby, you ain't got to worry about he ain't leaving me. His last name ain't changed. Do you honestly not think that sometimes we don't?
It's that mentality, but it's that mentality. We talked about that. It's that mentality. And until you outgrow that and until you want better for yourself, you're going to keep that mentality. Like, as long as he paying my bills, as long as he doing this, you're going to allow him or her to do whatever they want to do. So it's that mentality.
Right. But my thing is, you can have the mentality, but stay in the house and keep it quiet. Don't come out the house with it. Get in the mirror. Tell that crap to the mirror because you're the only dummy that believe it. So get in the mirror and you in the mirror have that moment. But you don't do that. You get on Facebook. That's what I'm talking about. You get on Facebook with all of this extra and telling us that this is when your man or your woman or whatever be so far from what you're talking about. And sometimes I just sit there and I just look and shake my head because I be saying to myself, you can't think that because you're doing this, that this activity isn't happening. And it just be so baffling to me. So I say it because the last thing you need to do when you first hear somebody say somebody's name in your house, whether it's your female or male, immediately you need to become the FBI.
Not the FBI.
You do. Everything goes silent. Amber Alert get launched till I find out what's going on. I ain't getting on no Facebook and start all the God forsaken stuff and saying all that stuff and talking about the woman like a dog. Because 9 times out of 10, something about what's being said is true. And you're doing too much advocating for this person. That's what bothered me. So I say so. Because if you get to the gist of it, and then you find out, yeah, it is going on, you was the only one that was looking stupid because everybody else already knew it.
Right. But people bring a lot of stuff to Facebook anyway that I feel like me myself, you won't find my personal stuff on Facebook. Okay. And people bring a lot of their business to Facebook, and that's just something I never understood.
I want nobody to tell me. So I ask what I want to know. I just want to know. I honestly would not, I ain't gonna never ask nothing that I already know the answer to, but I just want to know because you do it. And I get tired of it because it's dumb. You should just hush if that person's name is getting called too much and try to figure out what the devil is going on, because they shouldn't be calling that person's name that doggone much. For what? You need to figure it out. And then your public statement on Facebook should be whatever you finna do, this divorce party or whatever, but not that godforsaken rendition that you're doing about him paying bills and you got the money and all of this other stuff. Who cares? Sometimes people ain't even in it for what you in it for, but they in it with you.
Right.
They in it. And that's why I say something. So whatever. But that's what I had for that, because that will bother me. So when you get into situations now, Rika has to decide what's gonna be the best Rika. What do you bring to the table to offer a man if he was meeting you today and he was ready? Do you feel that you're coming to the table as the best Rika? The reason I say that is because a lot of women want a lifestyle that they're not worth. They're not worth it. You do not mount up to be making the demands that you make. And I'm trying to figure out why you make these demands. You don't mount up to them. And why won't you look at who you are to figure out where you mount up at? So when I say that, why you single, is because what is it about you that you know is not there yet? And how can you get it to be the best Rika to offer a man that would be on your level? If that's what
that goes back to what I said as far as me working on myself. At this point right now, I can bring stuff to I can bring stuff to the table financially and sexually and all this stuff. But as far as me mentally, no, I wouldn't bring anything to the table right now because I'm still working on myself. I love the fact. And before I get into another relationship like that, I'm gonna make sure I'm all together. I'm gonna make sure that I'm ready. So, like I said, I won't be bringing nothing or no kind of into my next relationship. So, like I said, I can handle my own financially. It's just I want to make sure I'm mentally there and mentally ready to bring something to the table in my next relationship. That was a good answer. Yeah, and that's where I'm at with Rika right now. It's kind of like all about me. At this point, like I said, I talked to you before. I'm starting my own business. That's coming up shortly. That I will be putting out on platforms and stuff within the next couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. So it's all about me. I'm working on me right now, and like I said, when I do come to the table,
women start naming a bunch of stuff that they ain't finna do and know they ain't got. At least you say you ain't bringing nothing right now. I love that because that give nobody no misunderstanding. I'm working on me. Let me get some of these people. 1 second, I'll let you finish. Hey, Miss Brenda Hill, I love you dearly. Apollonia, you're going hard. I love that. Facts is the truth. Apollonia also said, I don't put anything past anyone. I be like Inspector Gadget. You right. I want to know who, what, when, and where, and why exactly. Instead of getting on with all that godforsaken stuff y'all do when your man is doing, or your woman is doing whatever you sitting up there on Facebook somebody they ain't doing. And I just be baffled. But I love that, Rika, because people don't understand when you're broken mentally, you're not good for anyone.
Exactly.
And when you're not going to address those mental wars that you're having within yourself, then you just sabotage every relationship you get in. And you could miss out on the right person with that stupid rendition of yourself that you keep offering people. You got to do some self-evaluation. You got to stand up and say, what the devil is wrong with me? Something wrong with me. I must be doing something wrong, so that way you can fix those things and give somebody the very best that you have to give, and stop giving people sloppy stuff and expect them to want it. And stop confusing sex with who you should marry or who you should live with. Everybody that smacked me down real good ain't moving in him. What you moving in him for? No, you just do a good smackdown. You ain't staying. What's wrong with you? Why you bought clothes over him? That's what I
Where
asked.
you going to clothes?
You bought 2 bags for the weekend. Confuse me. You're not staying. Period. No, learn how to be a woman. Stop being a little kid about stuff. So you had some good sex. Get up. Go take a bath and be done with it. He shouldn't be staying 2, 4, 3, 5 days. He ain't got no job. Dumb. Learn what you want. Be able to say it. I have some that's just good for sex, period. That's all they good for. They ain't good for nothing else. And I ain't gonna confuse them. We don't talk about nothing else. They be like, why you ain't talking about nothing else? Because that's all you good for. You don't mean that. But I told you. You say I don't mean it, but I do. I don't call you about nothing else, do it. Okay, then. Well, whatever. You got to be at 100 talking to my retarded, but I'm not going to deal with all that foolishness. Because you got to know the difference between a light bill paying man and that Dickie Ride man. Dickie Ride. You know that song? Do you want a Dickie Ride? Do you want? Yeah, y'all remember because I was in the group when they were back there dancing and stuff. You got to know the difference. He not no light bill paying man if he just a dead right now. He just going to the bike. You guys don't think. Just because you got that little nanny cat touched up real good, it was growing cobwebs around it. Now you want to jump up and start talking about God done sent you this man, telling lies. God ain't gonna send you no man to be fornicating with. Y'all tell so many doggone lies. How he did that? He sent you a man to fornicate with. Oh, Jesus, kills me. Girl, God done sent me a good man. You slept with him last night? That wasn't God. But you told me it was. Whatever. I just be confused. He living with you, and God sent you, and God sent him. Dumb. I don't even say that. Because you'll go out into speaking tongues if I tell you God ain't sent him. But you know he ain't sent him, because he wouldn't send you nobody to be laying up with before you start talking about y'all married and all this other stuff. Y'all just be doing anything. That will get me, so I say something. For me, I'm 100. I don't have no reason to lie about it. You got to figure out what it is that you really, really want. And you got to be able to say that. And then receive back what somebody say to you. And then move forward. Whether you done been in a marriage a long time, whether you're trying to get out of marriage, whether you really just want to go, whatever it may be, you need to own it and then try to deal with it and move forward. That's what you need to do. So that you do not spend days and years in the same trash can that you've been in all your life. How are you going to get better if you will not evaluate what you're doing wrong? That's why I know what I'm doing wrong. That's why I say it. At least I said enough, it will become a pattern of me wanting to address it. And then you can look for better horizons. But if you're not going to address it, then you're just speaking for nothing. And it just bothers me. You can point out everything wrong at somebody else's house, but you can't see nothing wrong at your house.
Right.
And that bothers me. That bothers me. So I be wanting to know why. But I'm glad that you put it like that. Because even with the things that I deal with as a woman, and I'm pretty cut clean. I usually can, however, it still takes a lot of mentality to deal with it the way I deal with it. You're constantly trying to make sure you don't get caught up. You're constantly trying to see that person playing. You got to get
Right.
out of it quick enough. You understand what I'm saying? Because anything turns into something that you start having feelings for if you don't watch it. You don't watch it closely. So I try to make sure that I talk so that people will hear me and understand, no, if you're not doing this, then I don't want that. And there's no misunderstanding. So that was something that was big for me. Do you think that we have a double standard when women say, I just want to be sexual versus when men say they just want to be sexual? Do you think there's a double standard?
Almost definitely, because you know we perceive that if a woman say that, we perceive as being a hoe or whatever, or oh, she sleep with everybody, she this, she that, but then a guy can do it and it's totally different. So yeah, it's definitely a double standards when it come down to that. But I see it, that goes back to, I myself personally, I don't care about that whole thing like that, because I know me. Um, I mean, I'm good on the sexual part, because I'm a very sexual person.
Oh, so
So
you have a lot. Look, hold on. Give me 1 second. I have to go in when somebody say that, because I'm a beast. Give me 1 second. Apollonia said, Miss Brenda Hill said she loved me back. I love you too, Miss Brenda Hill. Apollonia going hard said you have to be the best you in order to be good for someone else. That's true, Apollonia. I agree.
right.
And she said, Miss Ivy is the truth. I try, baby. But you know, it is what it is. What's going on, Dun Sky? I see you. But you don't open up my can of worms. So I'm finna give you the test. Because you say you sexual. So when you say you sexual, I'm talking about 6, 7, 8 times a day, every day, all 365. You on that level? Because that's my sexual. You that sexual?
Well, look, maybe if I had a husband or a man in the house with me, but I can't just
I don't need a husband or a man. I'm just asking.
You can't do
you
that.
On that level?
No, we ain't on that level.
You ain't on that level.
I ain't on that level.
Don't come for the queen, then. Don't do that.
Well, let me break it down to you like this. Okay. Let me break it down to you like this. When I say that, I mean, I'm that type of person. It doesn't bother me to talk about sex. It doesn't bother me to have sex. It doesn't bother me to discuss sexual topics. I'm very content with anything sexual. Like I stated before, I have an adult toy line coming out next month, Lickable Kitty. And for all you single ladies and men,
I'm gonna need you on that.
Right. So all you single ladies and men, you're gonna have to be on the lookout for that.
Around the question. That sexual level. Will you run it?
I am telling you that.
With the queen, let me know. If you're not gonna run
I'm running with the queen, but I ain't telling the queen I'm running no 8, 9, 10 times a day. I ain't telling you that now. I'm gonna get it in, but it ain't fit to be no 7, 8 times a day.
Somebody need to get my dog on time back.
No, I got a job. No. I'm gonna let you have that 8, 9, 10 hours a day.
You have to let me. I tell people, you ain't must gotta say you're gonna let me have it. I got it over there. They know
I'm gonna let you have that 8, 9, 10 times a day.
I'm a beast. They know. I love it. Please.
Look, I'm gonna let you keep that crown on that one, because I ain't doing no 6, 7, 8 times a day.
You heard my name in your house? Somebody said my name in your house? It's a war.
Girl.
Never.
Not no 8 times a day. I'm gonna let you have. I'm gonna let you keep
my name
that.
In your house and you ain't trembling. You trembling. You know what's been happening.
Nah, I'm gonna let you have that, boo. You can have that one. I handle the other stuff. You can handle that. I ain't doing no 8, 9, 10 times a day. Nah.
That with my whole life. But
maybe
I don't smoke a drink though, so maybe that's where it comes from.
I mean, it ain't got nothing to do with that. I just ain't fit to have you pouncing on me no 8, 9, 10 times a day.
Don't do that. Just because you not gonna do it, Rika. You not talking everybody to my no pouncing. He not pouncing. He just calm down. Don't start that negative. Y'all do that. So I say something, now he ain't been jumping on me 6, 7 times a day. He ain't gonna be jumping on me. He pouncing on me. Just let it go, Rika. You can't hide.
You do you. Look, more power to you.
Every chance I get, I want it. I belong to ride with me.
Okay, baby. Y'all can have that. Y'all can have
I belong to ride with me.
Y'all can have that. I'm good on that one.
You good. So then what, when you bring out this sex line, you need me to be the ambassador.
Oh, yeah.
You need me as a spokesperson.
Oh, most definitely. Most
I need to
definitely.
be a
Oh, most
spokesperson.
definitely.
Because they know.
Oh, most
They
definitely.
know.
Most definitely. So
They
yeah,
know.
most definitely. Got to, because I
Come
definitely
on,
got to get on your
Apollonia.
side.
Can't wait for your show. Apollonia say she with me. And I didn't even know Apollonia was a Hickson. I love her. I just talked to her the other day. Love
Yeah,
her.
y'all can have that.
Yeah, I have to be honest. I don't want none of these little renditions that you coming over to my house with, and you could just stay home. You could, because you're not gonna come over here with that. It's gonna be a little aggravating over here. But I mean, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. But I've always been that way, and I've never really had no trouble, and I don't really make excuses for it. And I tell people, maybe mine just off the chart. I don't know. Maybe yours just ain't on the chart background in my own. I couldn't tell you. But if you hear my name in your house, you got a problem. But you do. A serious one. But most of the time, you won't have a real bad problem unless I want it. So let me give y'all a lifeline. If I don't want
Well,
him,
look, if I hear your name in my house, yeah, I do got a problem. Because if I know you getting it to him 10 times a day, yeah, he might need to come on over there with you. I'm gonna send him on that way.
He can't stay here though. He can't stay here if he got you, because that means he ain't no good.
Go on over there.
Good. Yeah, he might be able to do what I'm talking about, but he ain't no doggone good because he cheating on you with me. So he definitely can't stay here.
Baby, no. You can have him though.
Come on, Miss Apollonia. When I do my I like it nasty, you come on. Yeah, but that's just my mentality. I that's been my lifestyle my whole life, so I never really understand. But when I hear women make that thought, you get confused and you say, I got a sex things, and you say it, I want to know, because I don't think that you do what you fit to say.
Nah, boo-boo. I mean, I'm good on the sex thing, but I'm gonna let you have your other stuff. I'm gonna let you have that.
I really, yeah, that title will stay in my house regardless. Yeah, but if I don't want him, you ain't got to worry. No, but if I want him, my God, you need to call for people. You need help. ASAP. That was that though. I'll just say. And then my birthday finna come too. I'll be 45.
Oh, ain't nothing wrong 45. We having fun at 45.
We are. I'm trying to have me a lingerie party. If you want to come.
Oh, okay.
In disguises, but I don't know how I'm gonna do it since this Rona.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna do this Rona. I might just have to wait and redo it. But I'm just saying that when you meet people, you have to know where they are. And I always ask, how much sex you like to have? Because if you don't like to have a lot of it, don't even deal with me, because I'm not gonna be good. But that's an honesty thing, and that means that I wouldn't want to get no man who got a low sex drive and he over here and we're just arguing because he can't do what I'm talking about. But why you here? Why you came over here? That's what I want to know. But some women are not at that level, so that's why I said on Tell the Truth Mention, you need to say that. You have some men, which I've only met one in my whole 44 years. I'm gonna be honest and throw this a lifeline. I've only met one that can do what I'm talking about, and go to work, and come home, and be ready every time my stupid butt say I'm ready. I never seen it before in my lifetime. I met this one. Yeah. Yeah, he really do what he said he can do.
You better hold on to that one.
I understand. I let him go though.
Oh, because baby, that's on how demand.
Yeah, I had to let him go because you gonna have somebody dead. And I can't write gay letters from prison.
Oh Lord. Now we ain't doing that.
I got mad and set it out with Boosie and everybody be talking in my head, pop me, what's why, I be acting a fool, so I had to let him go. But that's okay. At least I know he could do it. So at least I know the mark that been pushed up there. He could do it. So I feel that somebody else will be able to do it at some point. But he could. So we'll leave it at that. But and more than that, it is what it is. What's going on, Melissa and Robert Dodson? I just be trying to get to the basis of what people really, really like. So when people make those comments and say, oh, well, I like to do this and I like to do that, you never know what the next person's real nature is. So you have to ask them. And then that's why a lot of women get mad when they husband, they be like, well, or your boyfriend be like, well, we just mess around and you up watching porn where he has a higher sex drive than you do. And what
Right.
I didn't really serve him up. So he's still thinking. That doesn't make him a bad person. That just makes
Right.
him a man that has a high sex drive. And there's no reason to treat him that way because you don't match the sex drive. You got to then start trying to figure out, what do we do? How do we get a balance in here? You might not never be able to match him all together, but you do got to figure out what will help it stay healthy
Right.
if it is extreme. And that's what I be trying to say. So when we start, I like it nasty, nasty, we're going to talk about those things because those principles set the foundation for whether you're going to have a good time or you're going to end up with some type of disaster. Because I'm not a that down the matrix stuff where people tying you up and stuff. I'm not a type of person. So, but some women love that, you know. And you when you start your sex line, they have a lot of stuff like that where you can get
Right.
tied up and hanging from these
Yep.
different things and stuff. You might that could be somebody else's thing.
Yeah, it is. It's
And
a lot of people, believe it or not.
it just makes them like things different from you. And I be trying to tell people that, why do y'all do that? Why do y'all feel that people are weird just because their sexual desires and what they like is not what you like? You maybe somebody might think you weird.
Right.
I want to be tied up, but I watch you tie her up.
See, that's a whole nother show right there, Ivy. That's a whole nother show.
I know.
And we can get to talk about some stuff. That's a whole nother show right there.
That's why I want you to make sure you let me know when the line come out.
Oh, most
So we
definitely.
can talk about it because that's what we need to be thinking. Like, what is it?
Most definitely.
That makes the person tick? What makes them tick up here to stop that, turn that light bulb on and off? Where do you turn it on and off at? That's a good question for a lot of people. And they need answers. So that's good. Do I have anything from the audience that you want to say? Because Rika's been an awesome guest. We're going to get ready to close shortly. We were just trying to get to the gist of the last little things that we had. Rika, did you have anything else on your side?
No, darling, I'm good. I'm trying to look. I don't start feeling worse.
Really?
So I am good.
Okay. So let me just let my audience know. I'll still leave it open for a few minutes with us, and we could talk about some things if you do, and then we'll get ready to close. But I want to tell my girl Rika, she was awesome. I appreciate it when I have women who will come to the forefront, speak, let me know what you feel, and still be able to hold your head up high because it's just a conversation. I have so many people that act like coming up and talking is the worst thing ever. It's a conversation that we obviously need to have had for many years, and you could have had it whether it's you just having it one-on-one, you can have it like this, but it still gives you that platform to be able to say, hey, I am who I am and I'm unique and different for this reason. And that makes it balanced. That makes it good. And you know where you are. And now we know that you are approachable. We've learned that you're not that way. People can see who you are for more than what they thought before. And that's the goal. That's the goal. So I want to thank you again being sick because I don't feel my best either. So I want to thank you again, and hopefully everything goes well with you. When I make these things live and we get in these buildings, I'm calling all my audience back. So I want to thank you for that. So I'll let you go ahead and go. But again, thank you so much. You'll see me give you another shout out tomorrow. Tomorrow, one of my closest friends and family members, I call her Miss Melissa Gilmore. She's gonna be coming. So she's out of Wiley too. So want to make sure we bring her in tomorrow night when she come on. So I'm gonna let Rika go. Rika, again, thank you. I'll be looking for that sex line because I want to be in there. You know, that's always something I want to do.
Most definitely. I'm gonna keep you posted on that. And thank you again. Keep doing your thing, girl. You doing it. Just stay blessed, y'all. Stay safe over there, and I hope everything work out good and turn out, good for what you looking for, what you waiting on. So
thank you.
Keep
Girl.
God first. You already know that. So
stay in touch with me. We'll get something popping.
Oh yeah. Everybody have a good night.
All right, baby. Love you. So she
Love
did
you
an
too.
awesome
Bye-bye.
job. Yes, baby, I do. She did an awesome job. Do I have any questions from the audience that you want to ask or that you want to put out? Again, I need your name if you want to be a part of I Like It Nasty Nasty. It is $10 a month. I need your name if you want to be on the Coach's Corner. That's with my brother, Dr. Benjamin Akins. That's once out the month. It's for $20, but the first session is free. And then I have Tell the Truth Matching. And we also have Bree's Exercise. Now, Bree's been awesome and said that she's doing 3 times out the week. So I plan to get in shape. I plan to be wearing some of my clothes again by right after my birthday because I'm going to be in here doing what I can do best. But I wanted everybody to know that we are putting those things out. Please go ahead and get with me. If you want to be in those classes, don't wait till the last minute. And anything else that's coming up, just watch out for it. We'll be putting it out there. When my people come, we just want to get to the bottom. We want to talk. We want to know what's good, what's making people's lives different. So that's the goal. Anybody that has a show coming up, if for any reason you can't make it, please give me a 48-hour window so I can put someone in your place, because other people are waiting to come on. So if there's nothing else to be said, my mom said, great show, ladies. Thank you, Mama. I appreciate that. I'm going to pray and then we could go, because I don't feel my best either. So I just wanted to make sure we did come on, and hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to have a better day with what we're dealing with. So at that, I'm going to go ahead and pray. Lord, we come to you tonight just to say thank you. We want you to know that we are grateful for everything that's going on around us and the things that are not going on good around us. We ask that you cover us and keep all of us protected, and that whatever is going to go on with these elections and everything, that your people stay safe from all hurt, harm, and danger. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. You guys be watchful and mindful. It's so much going on with this election stuff. If you got to be out and you got to be in, try to get in at reasonable time. Stay safe. Keep your children safe. I'm feeling bad myself tonight. My daughter's sick. My mom is sick. We're all not feeling our best. So hopefully we can get a muzzle on what's going on with us. But you guys just stay safe and watch out for your surroundings when you're out, because there's no telling what these people got going on. So with that, we'll have Miss Melissa Gilmore tomorrow night. I do want her to come on. She's a cancer survivor with me, and she'll be able to tell us her story and give us some breakthrough on how she conquered that ground and how she's still persevering to this point. So again, tomorrow night, Miss Melissa Gilmore at 8 o'clock. Love you guys dearly.